Hey, it's Terry Bontemps. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Hey, if you know anyone else that's interested in HOAs or if they own a condo, please refer them to my channel because what I'm got to share with you guys about the upcoming condo collapse is really important. You're not being told the financial truth by your HOA. If you're a homeowner and you're in an HOA, you need to pay very close attention to what I'm saying. HOAs are about to financially collapse, and it's because of these two things that I'm going to be sharing with you. What I'll be telling you is going to affect your money, your savings, your equity, and your retirement plans. I'm here to help you protect your wealth because the HOAs are coming for it. The HOAs are coming for it through special assessments. HOAs are the only system where trillions of dollars flow through corporations with no watchdog, no auditor, no regulator, no inspector general, and no compliance agency. Across the United States, 70% of the HOAs are underfunded, yet homeowners, buyers, and real estate agents are routinely denied the information necessary to understand the true financial condition of their HOA communities. The core problem: no one is required to tell you the truth. Not the board, not the property manager. No one is required to tell you the truth. HOAs are not required to disclose the real-time reserve balances, the operating deficits, the cash flow risks, deferred maintenance backlog, special assessment probability, reserve percentage funded, and insurance solvency risks. This information reveals whether your HOA is financially stable, operational, healthy, or crashing. This has caught the attention of Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, who are implementing new federal rules in August of 2026 and January 2027. That's going to affect over 350,000 HOAs and 75 million homeowners across the United States. And I want you guys to watch this next video that I put up, and it's going to talk about how HOAs, how the boards, how property managers are not going to give you the truth. You're not being told the financial truth by your HOA. The structural blind spot affecting 75 million Americans living in HOAs. Across the United States, 70 to 74% of HOAs are financially underfunded. Yet, homeowners, buyers, and real estate agents are routinely denied the information necessary to understand the true financial condition of their HOA communities. This is not a glitch. This is not an oversight. It is not a paperwork delay. It is a systematic design that hides financial instability until the moment it becomes catastrophic, usually in the form of sudden special assessments, insurance non-renewals, loan denials, collapsing property values, emergency repairs, or in extreme cases, structural failure. This video explains why the truth is hidden, who benefits, who pays, and why the HOA ecosystem is structurally incapable of telling homeowners the financial truth in real time. The core problem: no one is required to tell you the truth. HOAs are not required to disclose real-time reserve balances, real-time operating deficits, real-time cash flow risk, real-time deferred maintenance backlog, real-time special assessment probability, real-time reserve percentage funded, real-time insurance solvency risk. Instead, buyers and homeowners receive outdated budgets, outdated reserve studies, outdated financial summaries, curated packets, filtered information, selective disclosures. None of these documents reveal the actual financial health of the HOA. Here's the deeper structural system level truth. The HOA ecosystem was architected to protect the corporation, not to reveal the financial truth to the people funding it. And the evidence from the legal landscape confirms it. HOAs are required to disclose documents, not conditions. They disclose snapshots, not real-time status. They disclose summaries, not systems. The law requires outdated documents, not real-time financial truth. California's Davis-Sterling Act, the most advanced HOA regulatory framework in the U.S., mandates annual budget report, reserve study summary, insurance summary, year-to-date income expense statement, most recent balance sheet, meeting minutes, assessment schedules. But these are static, periodic, and retrospective. They do not require real-time reserve balances, real-time operating deficits, real-time cash flow risk, real-time deferred maintenance backlog, real-time special assessment probability, real-time reserve percentage funded, real-time insurance solvency risk. None of these appear anywhere in Civil Codes 4525 to 4530, 5300, 5570, or 5200. This is the blind spot. The law requires documents, not data. The system was built around disclosure packets, not transparency. Buyers receive outdated budgets, outdated reserve studies, outdated financial summaries, curated packets, filtered information, and selective disclosures. This is not an accident. It is the statutory structure. Civil Code 4525 requires a resale disclosure packet, but the packet is composed of whatever the HOA last produced, not as what is true today. Even the current balance sheet can be up to 60 days old by law. The 60-day balance sheet in a financially distressed HOA is meaningless. Boards and management companies control the flow of information. The law gives homeowners the right to request records, but only after they know what to ask for. And HOAs routinely obstruct summary-only reports, missing pages, inconsistent totals, refusal to provide bank statements, improper confidentiality claims. Management companies curate what the board sees. Boards curate what homeowners see. Homeowners curate what buyers see. This is a closed information loop. The required documents are not designed to reveal financial instability. Even the mandatory disclosures are structurally flawed. Reserve Study Summary, Civil Code 4525, it provides a component list, remaining useful life, replacement costs, but it does not provide real-time reserve balance, real-time percentage funded, real-time cash flow projections, real-time deferred maintenance backlog. The reserve study is often 1 to 3 years old and based on assumptions, not actuals. The annual budget report, Civil Code 5300. It includes pro forma budget, reserve funding plan, insurance summary. But a pro forma budget is not a real-time financial statement. It is a forecast, not a condition. Assessment and reserve funding disclosure, Civil Code 5570. This is the closest thing to a truth document, but even it only requires current reserve balance, percent funded, anticipated special assessments. And even this is not real time. It is whatever the board chooses to publish annually. Real-time financial health is not required anywhere in the statutes across all the major disclosure statutes, 4525 to 4530, the resale disclosures, 5300 to 5320, the annual budget report, 5570, the reserve funding disclosure, 5200 to 5240, record inspections rights. There is no requirement for real-time reserve balances, real-time operating deficits, real-time cash flow risk, real-time deferred maintenance backlog, real-time special assessment probability, real-time insurance solvency risk. This is not an oversight. It is the design. The HOA is a private corporation, and the law protects the corporation's administrative convenience over the homeowner's financial risk exposure. The system incentivizes underfunding and concealment. The articles confirm the pattern. HOAs can appear stable while being dangerously underfunded. Boards routinely hide deficits behind vague categories and summary-only reports. Homeowners often discover financial trouble only when hit with a massive special assessment. Boards rely on homeowners not knowing what to request. Internal ledgers can be manipulated. Bank statements cannot, which is why HOAs avoid providing them. This is a structural incentive to hide the truth. The blind spot exists because the system was never built for real-time accountability. HOAs were designed in the 1960s through the 1980s as a low-budget corporations run by volunteer boards with minimal oversight, with no real-time reporting systems, with no regulatory enforcement. The legal framework simply never evolved to match the financial complexity of modern HOAs. The result? A $4 trillion housing sector with no real-time financial transparency. The HOA ecosystem was not built on truth. It was built on protecting the corporation from the burden of transparency. Why this matters: the homeowner bears 100% of the risk. Because the system hides real-time financial health, homeowners cannot price risk. Buyers cannot evaluate stability. Lenders cannot assess solvency. Boards can defer maintenance. Management companies can obscure deficits. Special assessments arrive without warning. Property values collapse silently. This is why 70 to 74% of HOAs are underfunded nationwide